Hello everybody, welcome back to Kwij Plays. This is episode number 7. Last time got us some of the medallions, and now we're here in Mire Swamp. I think what I decided I was going to do was we could have done this dungeon, or we could have gone to the ice dungeon instead and done like most of it in order to get the blue mail. But I don't know, I don't like doing half dungeons, I don't like doing dungeons halfway. So I think we're going to do the whole dungeon here, with just the regular old green mail, which might be more difficult, who knows, because the ice dungeon is technically number 5, and this one is number 6, and we're doing this dungeon as dungeon number 4, so like, things are all out of order, which is great. I like this dungeon, you know, from what I remember of it. This is the one with lots of keys. Lots of keys are in this one. And I always get kind of nervous playing the key dungeons, just on account of, you know, I feel like the water temple in Ocarina of Time has kind of made me like have these flashbacks to key dungeons, you know, or like having keys available for you to progress in the dungeons that you're in. So I might be a little bit conservative here with my key use. Like I know for a fact I'm not gonna, wow, how to avoid that one? So I know for a fact that I'm not going to go through all of the key doors. I'm not going to use all the key doors to open them, just on account of I like having keys in my back pocket to do actual dungeon progression. You know, if you're judicious about your key usage, you can, you know, cut some of the dungeon off, be a little bit faster. Hopefully it goes better than my first Dark World dungeon experience, where, you know, what I thought was a shortcut was actually not. But anyways, we get our first key here. And the first thing we will do is get our second key here. And then, because that's not nearly enough, we are also going to clear some of these guys out first. We are also going to use our fancy new Cane of Somaria to get key number 3. So now we've got 3 keys, and we're feeling pretty good. You know, like I said, I'm probably going a little bit overkill on these keys. You don't need this many keys. I don't need to hoard them like I do. But, I don't know. It's just an added sense of security for me. You know, knowing where your keys is at. The linchpin of this whole dungeon is finding this room right here. Like, I feel like, you know, you could use a lot of your keys to explore, but really what we want is we just want those blue things down. Like we could, like there's a key door down here, which we could go into, but we're not going to, because we can just as easily go around, save ourselves some keys, keep ourselves flexible. You know, me talking about keys so much, reminds me of the Gauntlet Legends games. Everybody remember those? You know, like, Gauntlet Dark Legacy for the GameCube, just Gauntlet Legends for N64. I sank a lot of hours into that game as a kid, especially during summer vacation, that sort of thing. It was a good time. Like I remember I was a warrior, warrior class, and the transformation for the warrior class, like you could transform into a minotaur. Once again, that's not a necessary key door. We don't need to do this one. But we can replenish our key right up here, which is great. Right. Anyways, yeah, Gauntlet Legends. When me and my cousins would play, my brothers too, we would be, and actually my friend back in the old days, he came up with this term, you know, which is like, you gotta know where your keys are at. You always gotta know where your keys are at, you know, because like, we did not really play cooperative Gauntlet Legends. Like, it was every person for themselves, very much. Do I have all 4 fairies here? Do I need to fill that up? Yeah, next time we'll fill that up instead of doing this, but like, right, don't do that. Yeah, so like, we would always at the shop, like those shop levels in between, we would always, you know, just buy a bunch of keys. The only things we ever bought in that place, like, we never used items. We would use the gold we got at the shopping phase in between levels. You know, we would do, we would just do, you know, we'd buy keys and we'd buy, like, you know, ability upgrades. Like, we'd buy extra speed. Speed was always first. We'd buy more speed because you could attack faster, and you could also run faster, which meant you could get to the chests faster, which meant you could get more items, which means you could buy more speed. And that was how we played Gauntlet Legends, like, you know, just a race to the food, race to the chests. And so it was quickly determined, like, you got to know where your keys are at, you know? Because you never wanted to go into a level with, like, less than 9 keys, which I think was the maximum amount you could hold, and you just go ham on all the chests you could find, all the doors you could find, and get the items, those combat items. And you wouldn't actually, like I said, you'd never use them for combat. You just use them to sell to the shops to level up your character at the end of the stage. And those were fun. Those were fun times. I enjoyed doing that. And then, like, you'd get so good and you'd attack so fast that, you could kill the dragon all by yourself just by, like, melee attacking. You would need to run away. You could just run right up into the middle, hit the weak spot. When you're able to, like, single-shot bosses, that's pretty, that was always nice. It was always a real mark of progress. Because then when, your friends or your brothers were away, and I think even my sister played for a while. Is there anything up here? No, right? Yeah. See, this is the one hole in the game where, like, you fall into and you feel okay falling into it. Because we get the big key. But take a look at this, right? So the cool thing is you can see, falling into that room lands you down here. Like, it's a cool map thing. I don't know if that makes sense. But using the map, you can tell that's actually a safe hole to fall into. Even though it's dark. But yeah, Gauntlet Dark Legacy. I was never as good at Dark Legacy as I was for the one on the N64. I played a lot of N64. I think I played more N64 than I played Dark Legacy. Because, like, after a while, you invest so much time into leveling up your characters, and, if you got the transformation tokens, like, that was a big thing you could do. You'd feel good about that. I don't know. Alright, let's see if we can catch this fairy. Like, you don't want to start over, like, 'cause you've sunk so much, you've done these levels so many times just to get your character to the exact spot where they're at. You don't wanna redo it, You wanna just have a good time and just wreck people with your completely over-leveled character. I missed it. Oh well, at least we full-hearted it. There we go. Yeah! Wow, 4 hearts that takes away. Wow. I guess that's the benefit to having the blue mail, is it takes away... It would only take away 2 hearts. But we've got so many hearts. I think what we're gonna do in this temple, or in this part of the game, is what we're gonna do. We're gonna finish this dungeon and get a bunch of heart pieces. Because I think I have 4 heart piece locations that are pretty close by. There's a couple here in the swamp that I can grab. And then we'll just go from there. Do we want to jump down here? Yeah, why not? We'll jump down here. Yeah. Alright, see if we can time this better. Oh, whoops. Wrong item. Got a little ahead of myself there. There we go. Yeah, these guys only give... Oh, dang. They only give 6 hearts. Alright, let's switch to the hook shot real quick. Or 7 hearts. I always think they do 6, but they really do 7. Switch to the hook shot, go fast. Gotta go fast. Now we got the Cane of Somaria, which is a great item. Really like it. Helps us out in later dungeons. Feeling good about that. Now we can go up here. We've still got 2 keys, so we're feeling pretty fine. Which I think is more keys than we actually need to complete the dungeon now. But yeah, this is going to come in handy. There's some way to do it without the Cane of Somaria, the ice dungeon. But having this just makes that final puzzle to get to the boss a lot easier. We don't have the fire rod yet. I mean, I guess if we really wanted to, be equipped for the ice dungeon, we could just, we should go to the 3rd dungeon and get the fire rod. But, I don't know. In all honesty, we don't need the... Oh, okay, we got it. Good. We don't need the fire rod. We got 4 fairies now. Nice. Some of those will become potions at a later time. Just because I do like being able to heal all of our hearts, not just 7 of them. Zipping right along this way. Where was I talking about with Gauntlet Legends? Oh yeah, like... I don't know. The grind in those days like, to me, it never felt like a grind. See, this is what the Cane of Somaria does. You can build it and make your own block to push on things. I mean, we could get some money in the other... There's a key door over on that side, which we could grab if we wanted to, but like I said, I'm just obsessive about conserving keys in this place, and I have no reason to do... I have zero reason why to actually be doing that. Because I know where I'm going and I know how many key doors are left, and we do have some spares. But let me tell you, it's just those water temple flashbacks, man. It's just like, I don't want to burn those keys. Gotta know where your keys are at. Anyways, this is a cool part of the dungeon. Just on account of, like, you gotta kind of pay attention to what you're doing. Like, where's that beam coming from? Like, that's the question you should be asking. Because, like, what's up here? There's the door, but, yes. There's this thing. We should probably hit it. And it's like, you don't know why you should hit it, but you should. Because they wouldn't put it there otherwise. And look at that. We would have needed to hit it because these would have been up otherwise. So it saved us some time. Then we got some blue stuff over here, and this threw me for a loop at first. When I was first playing. Like, what do we do with these blue things? It's not bombable wall. What could be in here? I don't know, I think it's a cool little puzzle. I forget how to get in here. It's probably, yeah, it's a bombable wall. Do I want to go in there? Maybe I do, actually. Because what we could do after this is we could, oh, jeez. Little mice got me. Yeah, what we could do after this is we could spend some time upgrading our bomb and arrow capacity. I like to upgrade my bomb capacity first, to be honest. I think that's the more useful of the things, because 30 arrows is okay. We don't really got to worry about that. Alright, so how are we going to do this? If we're going to... So I think we got a hook shot, then hook shot, right? Or no, we don't hook shot. We can just go around. Yeah, we can just go around. Now, the tricky part is, of course, putting the bomb in the right spot. I think it's got to go all the way up here if I really wanted to. Yeah. And we'll throw it. There we go. Hey, we actually got it. Sweet. Now, is it worth the hearts that I'm going through right now to do this? Honestly, probably not. How many rupees is this? Like 100 rupees, maybe? I don't know. It doesn't seem super time effective, but just to prove they know how to do it. And we're getting close to 9.99 anyways. Which means we really should start burning some of these things for the capacity upgrades. Oh, whoops. There we go. And we'll do that. And I don't know. Maybe that'll be my first cut of the video, just because it's super boring to go through that whole system of, like, putting in 20 rupees at a time, and putting in another 20 rupees, and putting another 20 rupees until you get 100 points, and you upgrade your bomb satchels by, like, 5. Anyways. I don't know if that's entertaining YouTube, you know? It might not be an entertaining, spectacle. But maybe it is. Maybe the commentary will make up for it. Maybe I'll think of something really interesting to say during that point. I don't know. Anyways, here we are. Dungeon's pretty much completed at this point. And this boss is super easy. Super easy. Nothing to worry about there. You know, don't love that we're losing so much magic, obviously, but we do what we can. I mean, I'm not sure. Do I have enough for an ice rod? One ice blast? We might be able to upgrade some of our... Hey, we did it. Nice. Let's see if this old standby trick works. Nice. Yeah, the ice rod is like your secret to replenishing things, which is going to be helpful in the ice dungeon, because I'm not going to go in with any green... maybe I'll go in with one green potion. But anyways, that's all the future stuff. That's later on. We don't got to worry about that. Right now we got a boss to kill. So here we are. This guy just kind of zerg rushes you with eyeballs. There might be a better way to do this, to be honest. I don't know if there is or isn't. This is probably like the noob way to kill this boss. You know, just tanking the hits. And, you know, sometimes you get lucky with those things. But then he just kind of comes at you. You know, it's like not much to say at this point. You know? Like we can push him back. I think it takes like 10 hits or something like that. Like, I don't even know how much damage does he do? Oh, okay, so he does hurt you. He does hurt you a lot. So it's like, you don't want to get hit. He does at least 4 hearts of damage. We don't know how many damage he does. Do I want to try? Do I want to see? How many damage does he do? Wow, he does, yeah, he does 4 hearts. So he does a full 4 hearts of damage. But that's okay. Like I said, that's pretty much his only move. He hits hard, but you can avoid him. And we're at full hearts anyways. Or we will be shortly. And ideally, by the end of all this, we'll have another 4 heart pieces. Although that's something like one of the heart pieces I'm going to get requires some lucky random RNG. Because I'm going to do the shovel minigame. And that takes some luck to get the heart piece. There is a heart piece in that field. But, you know, I looked it up just to confirm. And yeah, it's randomly placed in the field. I was watching one YouTuber say like, oh, this is where the heart piece is on the shovel minigame. And then I go and I dig in that spot and it's totally different. The comments are like, it's not in one place like the ocarina is, or the flute is, so. We'll play that game, we'll dig really fast, and hopefully we'll find it one of the first tries. And I also remembered, I can't believe I forgot how to do this. Remember when I was pushing on that gravestone thinking like, oh, what do I do? How do I open this thing? I know that's where the cape is, and I was right, that is where the cape is. But, man, what I forgot was you have to Pegasus boots. You don't push, you just Pegasus boots. So first things first, we'll grab this heart piece. Oh, that bird is just not happy. So that's our first of 4 that we'll grab. Probably should have grabbed that in the second dungeon, but I mean, I was a different person back then, you know? I was recording without a microphone, I didn't know what I was doing. I was recording with a webcam mic. I was more concerned with just like, you know, capturing the video than doing things. Alright, this is the second one we'll go to. We'll grab this heart piece. So it's around Thanksgiving time where I'm at now. Alright, will I be felled by these push puzzles? I don't think I will be. No, not this time. Not this time. We know what we're doing. So anyways, yeah, it's around Thanksgiving time when I'm recording this. I don't have too much Thanksgiving plans just because of, you know, COVID stuff. Me and my wife are going to be kind of staying in. We might do some FaceTime calls with our folks. But we'll see about that. So we got that heart piece. There's a third heart piece that I was going to grab. Up over here. But in order to do that, I need to get to that circle. And I don't think we're anywhere near where we want to be there. So yeah, we gotta do some traveling real quick because we want to be in the Dark World right around there. So what we'll do is, geez, first we get wrecked by this red guy. And is one of these a warp point? I forget. I don't think so. I think I would have known about that. Oh, hey, what's in here? Oh, this guy's probably just saying take some rupees, which we do not need at this point. We'll come back to him once we've burned through some rupees. In the meanwhile, we're just gonna keep getting stabbed to death by this guy with a spear. I don't know. I thought that there was something around here. Might as well heal up. I don't know. Was I just imagining that there was a warp zone here? I don't know. I find that I do imagine quite a lot. You know, as evidenced if my predictions for this game are anything to go by, I imagine quite a bit. All right, so we get those guys. I mean, I don't know. We'll go. I'll pick up all these rocks just to be safe. Because it would be pretty ideal if we could warp around here. I really don't think there's something around these parts. Oh wait, what am I talking about? We don't need to do that. We can just use the warp up here. Yeah, the one that I always forget about. Which is just fine. Maybe the warp is over that way. I don't know. It doesn't matter. There's a warp right here. And that's what we care about. I feel like I started a conversation about Thanksgiving and the holidays, and I just kind of let it peter off, because I had something to say about that. You know, this time of year, and I don't know why this is, this time of year always reminds me of a specific thing, a specific, like, internet phenomenon. and it is probably not relevant to anybody watching this video. But back in like 2007, 2008, if you ran like a small scale like internet forum, you know, like on like a hobbyist website, like if you ran like an RPG Maker site or, you know, just an amateur game making site or something like that, and like there was a web forum attached to it, for whatever reason, around this time of year, you know, it was always kind of the style. It was like a fad to like change your website banner, you know, because all the websites had a cool banner in those days. You know, change your website banner to be like Christmas or holiday themed, and also to put like an HTML snow effect on your website. You know, you wanted an HTML snow effect. If you had those things, you were pretty golden. But if you didn't, let me tell you, you weren't cool. It was not a, you were not, it was just, you know, there were things that you had to be, and that was one of them. Anyways, that's all we're doing for now. We're in the dark world. We gotta find, I forget where it is now. I thought it was right over there, but it might have been in the wrong spot. Oh, it's up and over, isn't it? Yeah. It's not in the desert, it's over here. Because it's near that triangle of bushes that I think is something cool to warp on, but it never is. But anyways, does anybody else remember that? The HTML snow effects? I remember I used to run an old website back in the day. Yeah, these 3 triangles. I always think there's something there, and it's not. The important thing is this circle. Yeah, I used to run a website back in the day. You know, for amateur game making, and it was kind of cool, like how those old communities, you know, just reinvented themselves. Like we were all just in high school at the time, like, you know, and we all tried to be, you know, bigger or better than we were. Uh-oh, I just bumped the switch. I hope that didn't affect things. But yeah, we were all like, you know, trying to pretend like we were professionals, or like older than we were, or like, you know, way more with it than we actually were. And I mean, we weren't, you know, obviously. Alright, let's warp real quick to Kakariko Village. We'll go in the warp in there, and then we'll pray to the RNG gods for a bit for that heart piece to get our heart container. And I think I'm confident we can probably do it. We'll probably be okay. But I don't know if it's getting too tedious. I think we also might have the red bombs at this point. And if we do that, then we can, you know, get the silver arrows, get our final sword upgrade. All right, I'm a sucker for this treasure chest game. We're also gonna play the treasure chest game. 2 chests. I mean, we already got the heart piece, but see what we got. All right, 50 rupees. Nice. We've already made money. What's in here? And bombs. That's fun. That's always fun. I don't know. But like, you know, when I was making the RPG Maker games, or like, you know, on those forums and websites, like, it was always like really cool if you could like, you know, design a game. Well, I should probably go in there too at some point. I think that's just rupees though. Yeah, it's just rupees. We do not need rupees at this point. You know, it was always really cool if you could, you know, be the person to like make a treasure chest game, or like make a custom battle system, or like, you know, there was like a real sense of like discovery, because none of us knew what we were doing really. So anybody who like figured something out, you know, we'd share it with the community. There was no monetization of anything. It was just like, hey, I'm making these games. This is really cool. Check this out. And like, you just want to, you know, get their project into your own game maker just to see like what they did to get it to work, and try to do something yourself or upgrade it. Anyways, we're just gonna keep digging here because we don't have very much time, and we're looking for that heart piece. Oh boy. We don't, oh, the rupees are nice, but we're gonna keep going. Any time now. Any day now. There we go, we got it, nice. First try, too. Look at that, that's lucky. I feel pretty good, and I think we almost made our rupees back. All right, so we got our heart container. That's pretty sweet. First try, I was not expecting that. And I guess what we'll do next is we'll just check, we'll check to see if the red bombs are available. Well, since the shooting gallery is here, I'll go for another perfect run. Because that's another way you can get some rupees. 5 shots for 20 rupees. But I don't know, man, that's something I really miss in, like, the old days of the internet, was, like, you know, when people talk about, like, the Wild West of those things, I don't think it was a Wild West. I think it was, like, a wild, like, you know, like a real place of, like, discovery, you know? Ugh, missed that one. Just a little bit late. That was late, too. Man, not my best. Not my best. We'll come back. But, you know, like, I don't know, like, I gotta say, like, to me, one of the most satisfying things you can do, and I talked about this in a previous video, is, like, see a connection between, like, effort that you put into something and results from that thing, you know? That feels just really good. Like, and it's even better when it's not just you, you know, sort of congratulating yourself. It's like, wow, like, I see this, and, like, there's a community of people who also, like, see and appreciate what I do. It's just, I don't know, I feel like, as a species, that's kind of the key to happiness sometimes, is, like, just feeling appreciated by other people for something special that you can do. And, I mean, when I say special, I don't even mean, like, amazing, like, right? Because, like, we only really became, like, you know, enamored with the perfection, like being the best. Like, we only became, you know, enamored with that idea once there were too many people to contribute, like, a small amount. Like, once the best became the standard. Stolen got the red bombs. Oh, well. But you know what I'm saying? Like, once we became, like, aware of, like, all the different people who could do, like, all the things that we could do, so that, like, we no longer felt that connection to our community or to our family or to, like, you know, even our neighbors, our friends, or anything like that. You know, I'm gonna leave a bottle spot open. You know, once we lost that, like, it's like, oh, well, how do I feel like a part of something? How do I feel recognized? How do I feel seen by others? And it became this sort of, like, well, if I can't be, like, if contributing, you know, requires me to be perfect, you know, I'm gonna try to be perfect. But humans were never meant to do that, man. Like, we were never meant to try to be that perfect. It was never something that, like, we were expected to be good at, you know? Like, you don't need to be perfect to live well, you know? And I guess that's something that we've forgotten because we're so... I don't know, like, even with Let's Plays, right? Like, even with this, it's like, oh, like, I'm doing this just because I oops. I'm doing this because I enjoy doing it. And, like, if people can, like, connect to me or, like, you know, get a sense of happiness out of listening to me chat or talk, like, hey, that's a win for me. Like, I'm not a speedrunner. I'm not trying to do anything super fancy or super groundbreaking. I'm just trying to, you know, maybe reconnect with that sense of, you know, discovery and, like, being adequate for being what it is you are, you know? I don't know. Great luck today. Nice. I'll do maybe, like, one bomb upgrade, you know, just because I'm arbitrarily sticking to our 30 minutes. And the bomb upgrades are nice. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I'm just rambling and it doesn't make any sense at all. But maybe it's just because I'm getting older, you know, I'm in my 30s now, and that's, you know, I'm starting to reflect on, like, what makes me feel happy, what makes me feel satisfied, or, like, what's left to make me feel satisfied. It used to be, you know, I think school trains you to be the best. School trains you to, like, associate happiness not with, like, the results of your effort, like, because you don't get appreciation for doing mediocre, you know, but then again, like, mediocre doesn't do anything for anybody, so you don't feel any connection to the effort. Like, I feel like if the grades you got or the learning you did was connected with, like, tangible skills or, like, a tangible improvement in, like, your family or your friends or your class's well-being, or hell, even if, like, you know, you felt like you could do something with the knowledge you got, you know, outside of just, you know, learning it to pass a test. Tests, I don't know, they're just not satisfying. Or they're not as satisfying as they could be. Alright, I want to carry more bombs. Nice. And I think this becomes faster later on. I think we can do this a little bit faster. Maybe I'll go, like, maybe I'll do one more. Because I feel like I'm in the middle of something here, you know? No, I don't know. I feel like I've made my point. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, maybe it's just me being nostalgic and wistful. And, like, you know, just not happy with the way things are. But, you know, there's so much pressure these days to, you know, be really good at what you do. And that's how you get results. But it's not because... But we're not doing it because we're satisfied. We're doing it because, like, that avoids danger. Like, because advancing takes us one step further from, like, ruin, you know? Like, I talked about that in the previous thing. Like, things just feel so precarious. And it's like, it serves somebody's interest to make us all feel like we're one step away from a real problem. We gotta keep working, keep doing things. You know, it serves somebody, but we don't get to see who that person serves. And in fact, the person it serves, like... I don't know, they're almost incentivized to keep us working so hard and being so busy. So, like, we gotta shift our focus even into, like, how do we even get satisfaction from things? Because it's no longer, you know, it's no longer a job well done. It's just, well, get me through the day, get me to the paycheck. Paycheck gives me rent. You know, rent gives me a house and maybe some food. You know, and maybe a couple of days a week, or, I mean, a couple of days a month, a week. You know, maybe a couple of days a month I can go out. You know, even though these days we can't go out very much. I mean, you can, I guess. I mean, I don't, just because, you know, I'm a little bit more worried about the pandemic. And it's not so much that I'm worried about me getting sick. It's like, I don't want somebody to get sick from me. You know, I don't want to contribute to a chain of sicknesses that will get somebody really sick. You know, and I can't know what the outcome is going to be. So I just gotta stay home. Alright, 30 bombs maximum. I think that'll be pretty much where we stop for now. And what we'll do is, well, I think I see this wall is bombable, so we'll just head in here and get a ferry. And we'll just call it a day. Thanks so much for listening, guys. I hope that this, I hope that what I'm saying makes some sense, and I'm not just sounding like an old man yelling at a cloud, you know? I think there's something to think about here. I think there's, you know, if we all just do a little more to make ourselves feel a little bit more connected, maybe that'll help us get through the day, you know, and that's all anybody can hope for these days, is just getting through the day. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Happy Thanksgiving. If this is, you know, this is gonna go up much later than Thanksgiving, I think. Happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays afterwards. Hope you have a great time and whatever it is you're doing. And I'll catch you all later. All right, cool. Bye-bye.